Hi, welcome back to Magic Money. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'd actually planned out this whole course and written all my ideas down in my notebook. And then today something came to me that I overlooked, and that is an actual physical healing. We're spending so much time clearing out emotional blocks and energetic blocks to receiving money, but what I forgot about was that we associate money with safety and survival and security. And when we are lacking those feelings and emotions, it creates a physiological response in our bodies. And we've all heard about it. We've heard of the fight or flight response. And I'm just going to briefly go over kind of the physiology that happens during the fight or flight response. It's not really all that important. Like, all the details are not that important to the healing, but it's just good to bring it to your awareness, because as things come up to your awareness, they can be cleared. So I'm just going to briefly go over what happens in your body when you're under chronic stress. And I haven't had, like, I've been so blessed in my life. I grew up, my parents had a lot, they had more than enough. And my husband and I have not experienced financial trouble. So I don't understand from that perspective, but I have had panic attacks. So I'm just going to take this from my point of view of what happens in the body, but just from like a scientific standpoint. So obviously, back in the day when we were fighting saber-toothed tigers, we needed this response to survive, where a stressor, an outside stressor comes, threatens us, and our brain triggers these neurotransmitters to activate and move the blood to our muscles and away from our digestive system and stuff, because we don't need to be digesting at that time. We need to be able to run or fight. So what happens is our brain pretty much creates this cascade of events, and your nervous system has the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. And the sympathetic nervous system is, the adrenaline and the noradrenaline that are released, that are able to activate so that we can fight or flee. And then the parasympathetic is what's called the rest or digest. And that's kind of like the brakes. So sympathetic is the gas pedal, parasympathetic is the brake pedal. So when your sympathetic nervous system gets activated, it releases a bunch of chemicals and starts talking to your adrenal glands on your kidneys. And your adrenal glands will release all these hormones as well to make your heart rate and your breathing go up. But over time, if you're in that constant state, because nowadays it's not the saber-toothed tiger that is creating this response, it's our general everyday lives. It's our feeling of being too busy, or in this case, not having enough money to pay our bills, that creates that survival mechanism in our body. And when our adrenals turn on and they don't go off, they're in this constant cycle of stress. And can I pay my bills? Am I going to be able to eat? It creates a chronic stress syndrome where our adrenal glands are completely shot. And I mean, some of the symptoms of that are like being super, super tired, but not being able to sleep, wanting caffeine all the time, shaking, holding your breath even. And then a lot of digestive symptoms, because like I said, the blood leaves your digestive system to go to your muscles, so you can't really digest your food properly. So, nausea, digestive issues, diarrhea, even muscle weakness and fatigue, just chronic fatigue feeling. And that kind of leads to like a depression. And that's what I experienced. And for me, what was happening was I was, my gifts were kind of activated. I've always been able to feel other people's energies, but they got activated, and but I didn't understand what was happening. I was feeling all this energy around me, and I felt like I was dying basically. And so I was having all these panic attacks because I would feel someone's energy and it wasn't mine. And I wouldn't be able to breathe. I had, so many digestive issues that I got down to 87 pounds. And that's 30 pounds less than I am now. And as you can see, I'm not like a big girl. So I was looking like death warmed over. And that's because I was just in this chronic stress cycle, basically. And I think it's important that we do a healing on this to help you reset your nervous system and reset those adrenal glands. One thing that can happen, and I'm going to teach you guys about soul fragments. And I had never heard about soul fragments until a few years ago when I started doing this energy healing work myself as a client. I had some mentors teach me about soul fragments. And what can happen is when you experience a traumatic event, a part of you can break off. A piece of your soul will break off to basically protect you from that trauma. It doesn't want to experience that trauma, understandably, and so it's like, bye. And we need to bring those back in so that you become a whole and complete soul. That's the ultimate goal. Look at me rhyming like that. And we need to clear out the memories of some of these incidents, even from if you were little and you overheard your parents arguing about money and you felt like your safety and security were being threatened. Not only can a soul fragment leave, but that can get embedded into your cellular memory. So we're going to clear that out as well. And we're going to do that in another one of the modules, but just to be safe, let's do it multiple times. I just want to remind you that you are always safe and secure and protected because you were made in the image of God, meaning there is an aspect of God inside of you. You are a spark of God. There's a spiritual teacher named Wayne Dyer, and he uses the metaphor, you are a cup of God, meaning God is the ocean, and all of us are just a little cup of God, just poured into your heart. That's what we are. And so we are always protected because we have that inside of us, and we can be the peace among the chaos. So just know that you are always protected, and we're going to do some downloads in the healing just to remind you of that. So let's go ahead and do the healing on your physical body, breaking the pattern of this safety and security and stress response. And just close your eyes. And let's take a few strong, deep breaths into your heart space. Remembering that we're going to command everything to happen from here in your heart. That's where all the miracles occur. Just imagining a tube of light coming from the sky, coming from the universe, all the way down the top of your head, down through your body, down, leaving the base of your spine, and going into the earth, all the way through the earth into the center and anchoring there. So now we're grounded and we're connected to everything. So let's just start energetically clearing out the feelings or beliefs that you are not safe, that you're not secure, that you're not protected, that your life is in danger, that you're not going to be able to pay your bills, that your light's going to get cut off, that you're not going to be able to afford food, that you're going to lose your home, your safety, your shelter. Clearing out any fears that you may have felt recently or in the past as a child or in any other lifehoods. Clearing that all out now. Clearing out any fears that you are not going to be okay in the physical realm. Clearing out any chronic cycles of the fight or flight response that may have happened based on another situation, but it's being carried over. I'm just watching a loop of energy ball up. Like it's a cycle that keeps repeating. We're just going to grab the whole thing and throw it into the sun. Saying, thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Clearing out any beliefs that someone is out to get you, that the man is out to get you, any feelings of ever being taken advantage of. Clearing all those out and sending those to the light. Okay, and let's just do the physical healing now. Imagine that there is this beautiful silvery gold metallic plasma, and it's coming in through the top of your head, filling your entire brain, undoing any neural pathways that are not serving your highest good, any loops of stress that are cycling in there. It's washing all those away. So just washing away the old neural pathways with this sparkly metallic plasma, and watching that plasma go down your brainstem, the base of your brain, and down into the spinal cord, filling your entire spinal cord, and then out through all the spinal nerves, and then all the peripheral nerves, so that all of your nervous system is coated in this silver metallic plasma, transmuting and transforming any of the old patterns that are not serving you. And now let's rewire everything. And now it's going into the adrenal glands, bathing the adrenal glands in this, it's actually a white sparkly light now in the adrenal glands, soothing them, healing them, clearing out your physical body from any excessive cortisol levels, epinephrine, norepinephrine, balancing out the adrenal hormones in your body now. Balancing out glucose and insulin, clearing up any pancreatic patterns that may have occurred because of this fight or flight response. Balancing that out, balancing out your digestive hormones, bringing blood flow back into your digestive system. Let's command now that your spirit be connected to your central nervous system, that your spirit be connected to your digestive system, that your spirit be connected to your adrenal system, and any other system that it may not be connected to for you personally, because sometimes your soul will disconnect if there's a problem. And just go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes and take a strong deep breath. You want to make sure that you're staying in your body when we're doing this. Command that every system in your body, every organ, every tissue, every cell, communicate with each other so that everything is working in harmony. Clearing out any burdens you may be feeling that you are responsible for other people and other people's safety. Clearing out any martyring that you may be doing for someone else. Clearing out any resentment that you may feel for martyring for someone else. sending that all into the light. Let's just command now that any rebooting or rewiring that needs to be done in your physical body be done now. Ask your personal angels and guides or healing angels to come in and rewire for you whatever needs to be done. We're going to take a few deep breaths while that happens. And say, thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. And know that your body has been healed. And just know that it is totally normal to purge out any of this old stuff. And purging can be anything from crying, burping, sneezing, pooping, throwing up, just feeling nauseous, body aches or body pains, joint pains, wanting to sleep a lot, being very thirsty. That's perfectly normal. You do want to drink lots of water and flush this all out of your system. And just honor your body and rest when it feels like it needs to rest. These days, sometimes I sleep 10 hours at night and then I need a nap during the day. And that is not typical for me at all, but I'm doing all of this work and getting all these downloads and clearing out this old stuff. And so when you're feeling bad, just know that that is a cosmic upgrade and embrace it and be like, yes, I'm getting a new system update, if you will. And next time, it's probably going to be clearing another block, but I felt like it was really important to do this physical healing today, and I'll see you in the next video.